Good morning from a winter wonderland. Last night we got 2 to 3 inches of snow here in Minnesota. 100% pure heart attack snow. I am off to the airport. I am heading to Southern California for a work trip. And I tried to shovel this morning. I couldn't do it. It was too heavy. It was going to take me too long. So I was that neighbor that started the snowblower at 6:05 a.m. But it was a tool that needed to be used for this heavy snow. And it's kind of the unwritten rule in Minnesota. Well, things gotta happen sometimes and on normal hours. But it's pretty. It's a winter wonderland. But I'm off to palm trees and beaches. I think it's only going to be in the 50s and 60s while I'm there, but we'll see what happens. We have a full moon today and tomorrow. Today is the best opportunity. I am out there for work, but I should have a chance to try to catch the moon rise tonight, and then if I really want to get up early in the mornings, I can ahead of my work day. So that is kind of what I'm thinking. I kind of have a shot of the full moon setting over the Long Beach pier tomorrow morning. So we'll see if I get up. But it's a pretty winter wonderland. I'm running probably later than I should be. My flight takes off in just over 2 hours. Under normal conditions, that's no problem. I always leave the house 2 hours before my flight. Today, I might be pushing it. The fact that we got a ton of snow. Not a ton, but enough to mess up the roads. So we will see how the freeways are. I'm just going straight to the freeways. Wish me luck. Well, if there's one thing Minnesota's good at, it's clearing roads after it snows. Roads are perfectly fine, just wet. It's about 33 degrees right now, so whatever the chemicals and salt and whatnot MnDOT puts down, it works really well when it's warmer. So, looks like smooth sailing to the airport so far, knock on wood. Alright, we made it. MSP. I might be biased, but by far the best airport in America, and I never get to really spend time here because I'm always leaving from here. Next up, parking roulette. How long do you drive around looking for a spot? And you also have to make sure that you're in a covered spot versus ending up on the roof. And I screwed this up. I ended up on the roof, and I don't think I want to go navigate the airport. We're going to take one try. Before the pandemic, there was a Skyway check-in, which is kind of used for business travelers. It's on the other side of the airport. So it looks like that is my current plan. I'm hoping that's still open. Otherwise I gotta take the tram over to the main terminal. But I'd rather be covered. We got snow throughout the week. I don't want to deal with cleaning my car off. Alright, we are California dreaming now. Running up the 405 to Long Beach, where my hotel is for this trip. Brutal flight from Minneapolis into John Wayne Airport. 6 hours on the plane, getting over a cold. During the landing, it felt like my ears were having drills pounded to both sides of them. I still can't hear correctly. I can't pop my ears. But we're here, California dreaming, heading to the hotel. Missed my customer meeting. I had to get pushed to Wednesday due to a late flight. So I got a bit of a free afternoon, so we'll see where that takes us. It's not exactly the scenic coast you dream of when you think of the Pacific Ocean, but in its own way it kind of has I wouldn't say a beauty, but it's interesting. You don't see it every day. Alright, the California adventure continues here. We're at Cabrillo Beach, chasing down a moonrise and a sunset. Moonrise is about 5:20. Sunset's about 20 minutes later. my third spot I've been to. And this seems to be the best. I'm out on a pier. Alright, so we're set up, just waiting for that moonrise now. We're the day before the full moon, which is better for lighting. It can vary, so we have a full moonrise at 5:21 tonight. It's currently 5:19, so pretty quick here. It's still pretty bright out, so this is always a tougher one. It's this bright out yet the day before. But you will get good colors in that eastern sky here. I think I have the composition set up, and hopefully it's going to sneak up right between a mountain and a valley over there with a ship in the scene. So definitely something I can't shoot in Minnesota. So the moon is supposed to come up right in this area somewhere. We had a gap, but then clouds came in right at moonrise. I haven't seen it at all. I'm not even a flicker of it. So I think that's clouded out until it gets quite a bit higher in the sky. Then it's harder to photograph than any kind of foreground. That's why I like shooting the full moon the day before it's actually full. You get better light. You can get foreground interest in there versus just shooting the moon. That's pretty boring just to take a picture of the moon after a while. We're in Long Beach here, California. Cabrillo Beach specifically. I'm shooting this right now. We are officially at sunset. Pretty spot here overall. On the horizon there, that's Catalina Island. I did shoot a time lapse over that a little bit ago. You can see those clouds here. They were actually maybe a little convective earlier, so we'll see what that looks like on the time lapse. Got the 70 to 200, zoomed in all the way to 200, shooting that sunset right behind the point there, so that could be interesting. Oh, there we go. We got the moon starting to pop up over the clouds there. A little bit of light. Right there's the moon. So I'm gonna let this time lapse finish. I usually let them go 250 frames, and then I'll flip the camera around, see if I can get some of the colors over there in the sky. Got some pelicans flying over. So I'm gonna let this time lapse finish up, flip it around, and see if we can at least get one moon shot while we're here. Alright, I don't know how well this microphone's going to work in the wind out here, but there's our full moon coming up. I gave up on it. It's up too high now to get any kind of good shot with the lighthouse, with the mountains or anything, so that's it. There's the moon. Get it on video. Looks good out here, but it's windy. I'm freezing. It's probably 50 degrees right now, but we're at the ocean. Can't say that every day. With that, I'm going to sign off for tonight, and we'll see where else this California adventure takes us when I'm not actually doing my real job. Good morning. We are definitely California dreaming here. It's about 6:15. Out here shooting the full moon setting over Long Beach. Pretty industrial shot, but it's unique. It's different than what I can shoot at home. Get used to waking up with palm trees and sun every day. A lot of ships out in the harbor. One other photographer down here shooting the moon. So there you can see the moon setting on the horizon. I'm shooting a time lapse this morning, 3-second intervals. I always kind of struggle on these night to day full moon setting shots with my exposure, so I usually don't do priority aperture, I just shoot it in manual. I usually start with an overexposure earlier and let the light catch up. I feel like I have the most success that way, so that's what I'm trying this morning. I think I'm shooting at f6.3. Trying to catch some wave action, since I can't get that at home with the moon. So nice morning here in California. As soon as that moon sets, I gotta get back to the hotel, shower, and actually do a real day work. So this might be it for this California trip. You got palm trees, you got mountains, sand, and the ocean. Pretty awesome. Well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this vlogging thing after all. Pretty sure I completely screwed up that entire time lapse. I got a couple stills early on, but I think during the time lapse I said I struggle with the night to day shooting the full moon setting, and I struggled today. I had commented that I like to overexpose to start and let the light catch up. Well, I did it completely backwards. I should have underexposed to start and let the light catch up, because I'm blown out by the end of it as it got brighter. And now I'm just talking myself in circles, so this probably won't even ever make it on YouTube. But we'll see. Maybe a good learning. Everything you see on YouTube is perfect, and it doesn't always happen perfect. We'll see. It was still a fun morning to be out. Now it's off to the real job.
So the time lapse was far from perfect coming out of the camera, but I thought it would be fun to process it as is with the raw files and put that up on the screen here. As you'll see, the exposure is nearly perfect at the start, and as the time lapse moves on, it gets completely blown out by the end. I'm thankful for tools such as LR Time Lapse and Lightroom, where I can reprocess these images and salvage what was a pretty fun morning. Here is the final version. What's great about time-lapse photography is the little details it captures. The cranes moving in the background, the sailboat and the buoys bobbing in the bay, all little things you don't see with stills or video.
Well, there's a noise I can listen to every day. Work meeting got over today. I got 2 hours to kill, so I ran straight to Manhattan Beach, which is on the way to LAX. Got my flight moved a day earlier out of my California Dreamin trip here for work. Got a big snowstorm aiming at Minnesota tomorrow, so I didn't want to be dealing with travel on that day. So 4:13 out of LAX. It's about 11:45 now, so I think I got 2 hours to soak up some sun, watch some surfing, maybe take a couple pictures. So we'll see what happens, but this is definitely a good way to end the trip. Well, that's gonna do it for California Dreamin' on this business trip. Couple nice hours at Manhattan Beach, walked out the pier, took a few shots of surfers, time lapse of the waves. This is my new go at vlogging. It's gonna be a variety of content, but mostly storm chasing, aurora chasing, moon chasing, sunset chasing, sunrise chasing. When I do travel, I'm gonna try to share where I'm at, find some photography. So if you like this, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed, give it a like. Till next time, we'll see where we're at. See ya.